Hey guys, it's Storm here, and I'm back from the dead with my long-awaited True King Dino Fire King deck, or True Fire Dinos if you prefer. I specifically crafted this deck to be good both going first and second, and to take advantage of all the cross synergies that happen between destroying your own cards for True Kings, Dinosaurs, and Fire Kings. The dominant portion of this deck and the main engine that you'll be running is the Dinosaur Engine, so obviously we have to run 3 Soul Eating Oviraptor. This guy is the absolute linchpin of a dinosaur deck. Not only does it search for dinosaurs or foolish burial dinosaurs when it's normal summoned or special summoned, you can also destroy level 4 or lower dinosaur monsters on the field, and then special summon a dinosaur monster from your graveyard defense position. This guy is the searcher for all your plays and the combo extender for all your plays, and is an absolute must run at 3. To go alongside our Soul Eating Oviraptor, of course, we have copies number 4 through 6 of Soul Eating Oviraptor, which are Fossil Dig. It just searches for any level 6 or lower dinosaur. It's not a hard once per turn, it's very good. Next we have the 3 copies of the Hand Trap / also combo extender card, Miscellaneousaurus. So you can discard this to protect your dinosaurs from card effects during your main phase, but also you can banish it and any number of other dinosaurs from the graveyard to special summon a dinosaur from the deck with a level equal to what you banished. So you can discard this to protect your plays, and then also banish it to extend later in the turn. Next, because this is a self-destruction deck, we are maxing out on our copies of the baby dinosaurs. So that means 3 Petite Pteranodon, as well as 3 copies of Baby Ceratosaurus. You're always going to want to see at least 1 copy of these, and sometimes you're going to want to see 2 or even 3 copies of the baby dinosaurs in your opening, depending on what cards you open after that. When they're destroyed, they let you summon any dinosaur from the deck, generally speaking. You can get Soul Eating Oviraptor or Miscellaneousaurus for extension, or the big boy, Animadorned Archosaur. Look how cute and tiny he is. He's not really that big, but what he does for the deck is very big. He's generally going to be summoned using Miscellaneous, Petite Pteranodon, or Baby Ceratosaurus, or sometimes even search with Oviraptor depending on your opening. Whenever he's summoned, you can destroy a dinosaur monster that's in your hand or on the field except himself to add a reptile, sea serpent, or winged beast monster with the same level as that monster, or an evolution pill spell from your deck to your hand. Generally, this means you're going to be popping a baby dinosaur in your hand and searching double evolution pill. Speaking of double evolution pill, we are running 2 copies of it. Basically, this lets you banish a dinosaur and a non-dinosaur from your hand or graveyard to special summon a level 7 or higher dinosaur monster from your hand or deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. We also run several targets to go with the double evolution pill, namely 1 copy of Overtex Quatless, who when sent to the graveyard, say by Soul Eating Oviraptor's effect, allows you to search a double evolution pill while acting as a spell and trap negation when on the field, as well as 2 copies of the ultimate boss monster, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, who is both your biggest beat stick and your best protection. He is a 3500 attack monster that can attack all monsters your opponent controls, and if they're in defense mode, it sends them to the graveyard while burning, and he can destroy a monster in your hand or field, notice I said destroy, to turn all of your opponent's monsters to face down defense position, which can just completely stop a turn if done correctly. And if all that weren't enough, you can even summon him pretty easily by just banishing 2 dinosaur monsters from your graveyard. Then I'm running the 1 copy of Dino Wrestler Bankertops, who's just a great disruption that you can summon off of double evolution pill while also helping the deck go second a little better. And then for our final pill target, we have a level 9 Jurek Titano, which we can use along with other level 9s in the extra deck to make the all-powerful True King of all calamities. Then we're running 1 copy of Lost World, which allows us to put tokens on our opponent's board to stop their targeting, as well as lower their attack, as well as destroy monsters in our deck. It's kind of a jack of all trades field spell, really nice to have in our arsenal. Then I'm running 1 copy of Giant Rex, which is a level 4 dinosaur with high attack that special summons itself with Banished, very nice for some combos. And last but not least, 1 copy of the always cute Jirac-Aeolo, who is a level 1 tuner that you can special summon off of a Miscellaneousaurus in the graveyard for some synchro plays. That about does it for the dinosaur portion of the deck. Now we get to cover my favorite portion of the deck, the Fire King engine. So we got 3 copies of Fire King Island, the relevant effect of which allows us to destroy 1 monster in our hand or that we control to add a Fire King monster from our deck to our hand. This allows us to pop the baby dinos in hand in order to search the 2 Fire King avatar monsters we're running, Fire King Avatar Yaksha, which when destroyed allows us to further destroy another card in our hand that we control, and Fire King Avatar Kirin, which allows us to Foolish Burial any fire monster. This is useful because Miscellaneousaurus is a fire monster, so you can send it to graveyard to start your plays. Next we're running 1 copy of Dragonic Diagram, which is so good that it's limited. It allows us to destroy 1 card in our hand in order to search any True King monster. It combos extremely well with Fire King Avatar Kirin, or any of our 6 baby dinosaurs in order to start all of our plays up very efficiently. The hand destruction of the Dragonic Diagram isn't the only thing we get though. We also get a hand destruction effect from the True King that it searches, along with a powerful monster body that's level 9 for making True King of all calamities, and usually a powerful effect as well. For our diagram targets, we're running 1 copy of True King Lethal Sagem the Disaster, who is limited, otherwise it would be absolutely running 3. When you destroy at least 1 earth monster, you can special summon him, which includes the baby dinos. And if you manage to destroy 2 Earth monsters, you also get to look through your opponent's extra deck and rip cards out of it, which is very, very powerful. We are also running 3 copies of True King Agdamaz of the Vanisher, which destroys at least 1 fire monster, but if you destroy 2, you get to banish a card your opponent controls. The nice thing about the Fire King engine is that Kieran, in particular, is really good fire fodder for the True King Agdamaz effect, which allows us at the very least to pop Kieran, send a Miscellaneousaurus, and to pop a baby in hand at the same time to get Sully Novoraptor into all kinds of crazy stuff. That's it for the main engines of the deck. Then we have a couple of generic cards. We have Terraforming to search our Fire King Island Dragonic Diagram in Lost World, Set Rotation to search our Fire King Island Dragonic Diagram in Lost World, Monster Reborn for some graveyard extension, Foolish Burial is another way to send Miscellaneousaurus to graveyard and get into Animador and Archosaur, and Barrier Statue of the Stormwind, which we can special summon from a Link monster in our extra deck, allowing us to lock our opponents and ourselves, I guess technically, out of summoning anything except wind monsters, which is very powerful with not a lot of wind monsters in the meta right now. So that's it for our main deck. Now it's time for the extra deck. Leading off, we have 1 copy of Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment, which is a contact fusion monster that's level 9, so it allows us to turn random monsters on our field into a level 9 monster for True King of All Calamities plays. Then because we have easy access to that Jurak Aolo, we are running 1 high-speed Roid Chembara for OTK power, as well as 1 Synchro Trishula for a really powerful banish effect, as well as another way to get into a level 9 monster for our extra plays. Speaking of which, we have our True King of All Calamities, which is just 2 level 9 monsters and completely shuts our opponent out of the game, often winning us the game, and because we run real, actual True Kings to make it with, we can actually use True King's effect going second to destroy our opponent's cards and help break boards. And for rank 4s, we're running 1 copy of Abyss Dweller, who's just a really powerful generic Floodgate, 1 copy of Evolzar Logia, which is basically just Solemn Judgment on legs, and then for links, we're running 1 copy of Linkuriboh and 1 copy of Secure Gardna, which in combination allow you to link off your Animador and Archosaur into Linkuriboh, then further into Gardna, putting a non-dinosaur monster into the graveyard for your evolution pill. Then we're running 1 copy of Reapodocus, which allows us to type shift things so that we can make Simorgh Bird of Divinity very easily. Our 1 copy of Simorgh is that link that I mentioned earlier that allows us to special summon the Barrier Statue for free from the deck. And then we are running 1 copy of Pentastag, which can just give Piercing to Ultimate Conductor Tyranno as if he needed extra firepower. 1 copy of IP Masquerena for quick tagging into links on your opponent's turn. And then 1 copy of Nightmare Unicorn to abuse with it. Then I think any deck that has level 7 or higher monsters in it should be running our copy of Blackluster Soldier of Chaos, which can be extremely difficult for opponents to out when summoned properly, as well as 1 copy of Borolo Dragon, which works really nicely with IP Masquerena's destruction prevention effect, as well as just being one of the more powerful answers against really obnoxious cards like Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. And that wraps up the deck profile. So I think this is a really concise way to kind of take advantage of all of the different destruction effects that Yu-Gi-Oh is picking up these days. Overall, I'd say that the deck is a solid 7 or 8 out of 10. It's an extremely consistent combo deck that's only a little bit weak to hand traps, although if you have a Miscellaneousaurus, oftentimes it won't matter. The Fire Kings are great extenders and great to help make your plays more reliable, and overall it's just super fun to play. Nothing beats cycling through 3 field spells in a row, popping cards out of your hand the entire time. You do have to watch out for the Fire King Island self-destruct sequence, but you can usually play around it by floating a baby into a baby, and generally the extra consistency is worth the risk in my experience. Consider subscribing if you want to see more rogue mashups like this, it's kind of my specialty. Anyways, thanks for watching, have a great day.